Storytelling. We all tell ourselves stories from time to time, and sometimes those stories will be true, and sometimes the stories won't be true. For the most part, when you're telling yourself a story, you have to have that ability to have that filter, to have that opportunity to have a debate with yourself, not to rubbish every single idea that you have, but just to say, how true is this? How true is this story? How much do I actually genuinely, literally believe this story? And if you have a genuine, honest conversation with yourself, you're going to be able to say, you know what? This is a convenience that I'm making up to try and justify my own position, to try and be a wee bit lazy and get an easier ride, to try and not be found out for something that I think might be somewhat embarrassing or debilitating or career limiting. And the key part is, how much do you truly know and believe what you're telling yourself in terms of that story? If you write it down, if you just sit and say, here's the story I'm telling myself. I'm telling myself these people don't have my best interests at heart, and it's based on this particular evidence, and this is my role in it, and this is how it's manifested itself over time. Then you have information to be able to say, you know what, I'm going to go and ask more questions. I'm going to go and do a wee bit more information gathering to try and find out how genuinely true it is or not. And the more that you write it down, the more that you look for and gather evidence and analyze that evidence. And I'm not talking about months and months of time spent on this. This can be done very, very rapidly when you're reflecting at the end of the day, or at the end of a meeting, or doing lessons learned at the end of a part of a project, or whatever that looks like for you. But you get yourself that opportunity to say, am I actually a storyteller? Is this fiction or non-fiction for right now? What is my role in that? What do I want to do with that information as I'm moving forward? It's very, very, very important that you tell yourself the truth as much as you possibly can. But the mind's a funny thing, and sometimes we end up looking for stories that would in some way exaggerate our innocence or our heroism in a particular story. And do you want that? Maybe it makes you feel a wee bit good in and of the moment, but is it going to serve you in terms of growth, in terms of contribution, in terms of the goals that you're trying to achieve? I would suggest not.